Hey, how are you? I'm Chris Robin, aka at Detroit Beastie, here with Team Rise or Fall to talk a little bit about Beasties Boomers for Friday, August 5th. When we look at this slate, it is large and in charge. 13 game main slate, everything locks at 7:05. Everything is in lockstep across the board on all formats. That's not the fun part. The fun part is getting in on this website now and using promo code Beastie, and it'll get you $10 off all the premium services the first month you sign up here. And as you can tell, I don't know, you watch the video, thank you, fingers crossed. You hang out on the website or you join the free Discord. I'm telling you now, I've been warning folks, right, in a good way, warning, not like yelling at you like a stern father, but you're gonna want to be a part of Team Rise or Fall, not only through the month of August, but through the entire football season, as we have cores, stacks, we have private Discord shows. I mean, the list goes on and on. So please do yourself a favor, go to the website, use promo code Beastie. It helps me get her some lick sticks and treats because she's out of control with her eating habits. But we can talk about baseball. And today, I have a fun idea, kind of just hit me at the last second, a full game stack video, but we're going to talk about like 8 or 10 players, and I promise we're going to zing through each one of them. So hang here, grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, or sign into the Team Rise or Fall account, and we'll play at home. I'll be right back. And here we are back at it. And as you can see, we are in the driver's seat. Maybe we should get shirts printed. The Detroit Beastie, you're in the driver's seat. And again, right here, click that and you can join the free Discord. For some odd reason, it says N64. Nintendo 64, Josh, Nintendo Podcast News and Reviews. Don't know what the heck that means. Just found it here on the fly. Maybe I should alert someone at Team Rise or Fall. But hey, here we are. I want to get to this video. And as you can see, I've kind of concentrated on the Colorado Rockies at the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight at 9:40 p.m. at Chase Field. Wind is not a factor. Weather is not a factor. It's in a beautiful stadium, Chase Field, which I was at on July 4th. It's awesome. You got to play in a dome in Arizona because, again, it's 100 degrees. It will be 100 degrees at like 9:40. Your skin would completely melt off. So we're going to go through this thing quickly as possible because it's Friday and I'm amped up and I'm excited, and I'm sure a lot of us have other things to do here. So obviously, we have the FanDuel batter matchups, we have the DraftKings batter matchups, we have the projections, however you want to do it, and we're going to put the Arizona and Colorado full team stack or full game stack idea to the test in comparison to other games across the board. When we look at this one tonight, Colorado, their pitching stinks. 4.87 ERA, overall WHIP 144. Over 750 strikeouts. That's all well and good. Looks like German Marquez is pitching tonight. His ERA is 5.29, WHIP at 1.43. He's allowed 125 hits and 19 bombs through 15 innings pitched. When you look at the Diamondbacks, however, their team ERA is about 4.17 here. Their WHIP is through the roof. Strikeouts obviously going to be large because it's been like 100 and something games here. But Madison Bumgarner so far has been okay. 3.83 earned run average, WHIP 1.36, and Mad Bum has allowed 78 hits and 15 bombs through 110 innings pitched here. I got some beautiful recent betting trends. I got some really good stuff I want to talk about at the end of the video, but let's talk about some players here. And as I told you moments ago, I love this game from just an overall stack percentage, right? Because I have a final score here of like 8-7, and realistically, it could go either way. So I want to talk about Rojas and Thomas, Marte, Walker, Dalton Varshall. And on the flip side, with the visiting team, Charlie Blackman, CJ Cron, Brendan Rodgers, even Jose Iglesias at shortstop a little bit. He's been on fire. He's a little scrappy dude. And yeah, even Randall Grichuk. I just can't. Another guy I just can't quit. Him and Daniel Vogelbach. I don't know why. They just do something to me, and I can't quit them. So let's start at the top with Arizona, and we're going to look at Josh Rojas briefly here. Arizona, $2,800 on FanDuel, and when we go across the board, looks to be leading off, and here we go. Looks a big red circle. Don't mind Josh Rojas leading off here in this one. You know, when you want, lead off, you table setter, however you want to put it. Rojas has not been awful, and I know that's not the thing you want to hear when you come to a video and you're putting your real life money on the line here for DFS purposes, and you hear some dummy like me go, well, I really like this guy because he hasn't been, that bad. But Rojas actually has been okay. 39 runs, 29 RBI, 6 bombs. Rojas has stolen 12 flipping bases. So again, if this guy gets on base, he's a threat to steal. Use him, please, tonight in this format. Let's go to DK briefly as we check in on Alec Thomas, their young and up and coming stud. Probably one of the reasons why they let David Peralta split is because they have this infusion of young talent in the outfield, at least, with Alec Thomas. Dalton Varshall has been playing center field, but we know he can do a little bit of catcher stuff. When we look at Alec Thomas on DK, $3,400 here in the 2-hole, ownership percentage 0. I mean, this is insane to me, just across the board. And you'll notice here, I don't have just one team, honed in here. I have the entire game honed in here. And look at the ownership percentages so far. This includes Rockies as well. The highest owned guy right now is Ketel Marte, who I'll get to in a moment, in the 3-hole, starting at second base. So far on DraftKings, this full game stack in a game where I'm thinking 13, 14 plus runs total, this is just criminal. This is insanity. And I want you to know, you heard it here first. I feel like I'm whacked out of my gourd because I'm so excited about this one. Let's just go. Let's go for it then. Let's talk about Ketel Marte. But however, we're going to split to here, the projections tool, when we talk about Marte. And Ketel Marte has been lightning in a bottle. Was he a flash in the pan? No, because he's backed it up to a certain extent after his massive breakout season a few years ago. But here on FanDuel, 11.47 projections. As I said, that is probably his floor tonight. When you look at his projection tier, value tier, A+, ownership percentage, only 1.4%. It is just too good to be true with these Arizona batters. Let's move down the list. We'll talk about Christian Walker. If I'm not mistaken, Christian Walker hit a flipping bomb last night that I don't know if it's even landed. And I know that their backup catcher, Arizona's catcher, Kelly, what is his name? Austin Kelly, something along those lines. He was a triple shy away of a cycle. So right now, Arizona is hitting the baseball. If I'm not mistaken, last week sometime, I did a video on stacking Arizona, and they repaid us with 6 or 7 runs here. So let's put Christian Walker, let's tie that one in a bow here real quick. When you look at Walker, his price tag, it's not awful given the output here. Look at that, only $2,900 on FanDuel in the 4 spot against a right-handed guy like Herman Marquez, who's got an ERA at, what did I say, 5.29 or 4.6, something like that. And when you look at Walker here, right towing the line in his rating, and again, FanDuel rating, DK rating, all the same across the board. There's a lot of green circles to like. His FanDuel projection, his value, and his ownership percentage, 1.4%. Unbelievably silly. And then I don't even want to get into batter matchups with ISO and Woba here because we know what Christian Walker does. This guy hits bombs. He hits dingers. He struck out a ton, but hey, that's the life of a guy in the cleanup spot who's there to just get a hold of one as often as possible here. And one more guy in passing on DK, another guy who I've grown fond of, and that's Dalton Varshall. This guy, he's got a lot of positional flexibility, eligibility, however you want to put it. Can play him at catcher, can play him in the outfield. As it stands right now, they like him in center field. Hey, who am I to say otherwise that I don't like that? But when you look at Varshall right now, his rating 49.96. We can just round that up to 50. Obviously, if we've learned anything in math, and look at his ownership percentage, 0.6%. Crazy to me, given the fact that so far 239 average, 310 on base. His slugging percentage has been bumped up to 419. He's 47 runs, 49 RBI, 14 bombs, and again, this kid has stolen 7 bases. So when you pack in Josh Rojas' stolen base potential, Dalton Varshall's stolen base potential, Ketel Marte extra base hit power, mixed with Alec Thomas and Charlie Walker, Christian Walker's just bomb power, However, this Arizona stack has the chance here to just go absolutely bananas tonight. Let's breeze through the Colorado side of things because, again, I could talk about this stack all day. I could talk baseball all day, but I don't want us to be here, till tonight, till midnight here because it is Friday, and I'm very thankful for that. So we're going to breeze. I'm telling you, we're going to breeze through Colorado really quick, and so I don't want to hear anything awful in the comments like, you spent so much time with Arizona. Well, I think Arizona's going to win this game, and I think Colorado will have value in terms of what they can do, putting up points, tagging runs and stuff. So if we start in the number one overall leadoff spot, it's Charlie Blackman. Here we go, A+, 1.5% ownership. In the 2-hole, CJ Cron, actually it looks to be batting 4th or 2, doesn't matter to me. Green across the board. His projection tier is an A+. This guy has been phenomenal all year. He leaves Detroit, as most people do, and then they flourish. I love Detroit. I take that back. CJ Cron, 277 average, slugging over 500, 58 runs, 72 ribbies, 22 bombs, and he's taken 27 bases on balls. But he struck out 120 times. But again, the combination of Christian Walker and CJ Cron, yeah, you might get 3 or 4 Ks, shoot, maybe 5 or 6 Ks, but you're going to get 2 or 3 bombs and five RBI mixed in if we're lucky here. Fingers crossed in this game. And then as we move down the list, Brendan Rodgers, you can put him at second base or shortstop. Jose Iglesias, as I said, has been a scrappy little guy. We know his defense will keep him on the field. At shortstop, got a magical glove. When you look at Iglesias, not good from a projection or a tier percentage, but you do love that 1.3% ownership, and that's okay. We don't have to use Iglesias. Instead, run the stack back with Randall Grichuk, and we are all set and we are all good. Let me find Grichuk on the DK batter matchup and see what we got going here. I would imagine Grichuk's not going to be a ton of money, but when you look at it, $4,100, that's on DK. That's to be expected. In batting 6th, his rating is awful, 15.07%, only 0.7% ownership. DK projection tier is a D. DK value percentage is a D. And if I'm not mistaken, a few days ago I mentioned, let me go back through my notes because I have them all here. I mentioned a stack, and it was an odd broadcast because I mentioned the stack and I was like, there's not much. It was Arizona at Cleveland the other day. I said Rojas, Thomas, the same guys I'm mentioning now, and I had nothing nice to say about any guy I mentioned, but yet the stack still went off for 6 or 7 runs in this one. So hey, I've learned to trust my gut at this point. I've learned to look at numbers and maybe spin them to my advantage. But hey, I'm going to bring my face back in. How about that? And we'll get the heck out of here. We are back. Thanks for being here. Again, I've had like 2 cups of coffee. I am flipping amped up because for a few things. I love baseball. I love talking to you. I love doing these free videos. And I love when folks can be here and be a part of this Team Rise or Fall family. If you want in, simple, easy peasy, use promo code Beastie. You'll get $10 off your first month of premium services. And it includes, a credit for fantasy crunchers, cores, rankings, projections, private little Discord videos. I mean, it is too good to be true. And maybe at one point, maybe next week, I'll stop getting so hyped up and trying to sell what we're doing here at Team Rise or Fall. But honestly, I think what Rise or Fall is doing, it just sells itself. We're making our way around, just word of mouth. So I'd love to have you here at the Team Rise or Fall family. Shoot, you could sit next to me. Maybe I should give a prize away. You can sit next to me during a broadcast, but hey, ego's getting the best of me. I don't think I'm popular enough to have someone win a contest to sit next to me, but it's nice to think about it. So stack up Colorado at Arizona. The over under is at 8.5 runs. That is going to just smash. As I said, I think which way was I going? I think Arizona wins this one 8-7, and we have a blast stacking up this game we've had a blast with this video. So be good, be safe, enjoy your weekend, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.